How do you stay mentally centered? Is there any words of advice that you would give someone who is having a really difficult time with illness?
So I choose joy, and I'm gifted because I'm a joy addict. It's one of
Right.
my things. But however, perspective reigns always. So it used to be, I remember many years ago, I was at Publix and I was checking out in the 10 items or less, and there was a 900-year-old woman, and she was writing a check for her 50,000 items. And
Right.
I was annoyed. I would have never said anything, but I thought, what the hell is she doing here? And then I looked over, and in the checkout lane next to me was the cutest little girl in this shiny Snow White dress and a bald head. And I thought, how dare I complain about this situation when this family is going through so much? So, before chemo and before my cancer, I used to always say, it's not cancer. And no matter what was going wrong, I could turn it off and make it a no big deal. Right. It wasn't cancer. And then all of a sudden it was cancer, but still, my perspective was, well, at least I'm not a kid with cancer. It's not my kid with cancer, and it's not one of the far more lethal types of cancer. So I just chose not to be a brat, not to complain. And even when I was a basket case crying in my car, I still never felt sorry for myself. I felt stressed, but there's always someone who has it worse.
That's so true.
Yeah. And what good does complaining do anyway? It does no good.
Yeah. And it's good that you can just let your emotions out. It's like accept and let go.
Yeah. And I didn't have a choice. I was just like, the amount of time I sat in a stupid swing and cried was, and I'm not a crier, but, the kind of stress that cancer brings is extraordinary.
I can imagine. It affects the whole family.
It did. Yes. Yeah. It's a burden, but it's in my rearview mirror. Thank goodness.